welcome back to KC Fashion Design. In this tutorial, guys, I'm going to show you how to make this lovely Halterneck circle top. Okay, now as you can see before me, this is a lovely fabric and this is a circle skirt. So guys, I'm going to go ahead to do a transformation from this circle skirt to a Halterneck circle top. Okay, now the first step I'm going to cut out the band. So I went ahead and cut out the band. Okay, so this is the band, put that aside. Now this is my skirt, so it's in 4 layers, as you can see. So this is fold into 2, and this one here fold into 2. So I'm just going to place them like this. Okay, so this is also into 2, so everything fold into 4 like this. Okay, so as you can see, this marking on this line, I go ahead, I'm going to show you what I come up with. The first step that I'm going to be doing is to mark my shoulder line. Okay, so off of my shoulder is 70 divided by 2, that give me 8.5 inches, and I'm going to subtract 1.5 inches from that, so that will leave me 7.5 inches. So I'm going to be using 7.5 inches for my shoulder. So I'm going to go ahead to mark that 7.5 inches on this line. Okay, from that line I will be coming down 8.5 inches this way on this line, right? And then I'm going to come down and mark out 1 inches. I'm going to take out 1 inches from that. Okay, 1 inches at this point. Now the next step, I'm going to measure from my neck width. So for my neck width here, guys, is 3 inches, as you can see, 3 inches right here, and for the depth is 4 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my shape like this. Now for the back neck width, I come down 1 inches and I go ahead to mark it out. So now that 1 inches that I come down with, and on my bust line here is 7.5 inches for my armhole. Okay, the next step, I'm gonna find off of that, okay, mark it out, and then I go ahead to come in this way, shape it out. So for my rounded bust circumferences, so quarter of my bust is 10.5 inches, which is 42 divided by 4, that will give me 10.5 inches. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead to add 3 extra inches to that. Okay, now on that 3 inches line, I'm gonna go ahead and mark a straight line out there because I want that flare. Okay guys, like this. You can go ahead and take the length that what you want. From the shoulder line to the length of this here, I have 23 inches long. Okay, 23 inches long. So now guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it out. Okay, the next thing to do, I'm not going to be stopping right there. Okay, the next thing to do, I'm going to get that Halterneck style. Okay, so I'm going to start from here, connect this point here, from the neck line here to the armhole line. Go ahead to mark a straight line to the armhole. Okay, guys. So the next step to do, I'm just going to go ahead, this is the Halterneck shape. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in and cut it out. Okay, So the next step to do, I'm gonna go ahead, so will be my front. I don't want it to be confused, so I'm gonna trace this line for the back. Okay, now so this is the front. F is for front, and I'm gonna notch this point like this. So this is my front. I'm gonna put it aside, and this is my back. I want my back to be a little bit lower. So what I'm gonna be doing on this bust line, I'm gonna go ahead to the armhole. I'm gonna go ahead to cut it out. So this is the back, okay guys, and then I'm gonna notch the back midpoint. So this is the back and this is the front. So this is the front and this is the back. The back is a bit lower than the front. So the next step to do is I'm gonna go ahead now and cut out my strip for this, okay? So this is my cutting of my strap, guys, and the length for this here that I have here is measures 40 inches long, but I don't want so much excess. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to cut it when I reach to that point, okay? So don't worry about that. The next step that I have 2 pieces of strap measure that's 40.5 inches long, okay? I'm going to cut excess of that. So the next step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it into half, press it down this way, go ahead to fold it again into half, press it out. So I'm making a bias, okay, and then I'm going to fold it over like this, so I have this bias look, okay. So now guys, this is my strap. I go ahead to press it out, give it a good clean finish pressed. So this here I have 2 inches wide folds, half an inch this way and half an inch on the other side, as you can see, okay. And then I go ahead to press it out to give me that nice beautiful bias. This is so next step guys, I'm gonna come in with my front panel. What I'm gonna be doing, this notching here in the midpoint here, I'm gonna stop right there. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna come in with my strap this way, open it up this way, and I'm gonna go ahead to stitch it down into that crease, okay. Stitch it all the way to this midpoint, okay, and stop at that midpoint here. Once I get to, when I've finished with that, I'm just gonna go over and flip it over to the front panel this way and stitch it down and stitch everything straight out like this. And then I'm going to do the opposite side the same way, and when I reach that midpoint guys, I'm going to show you what next. This is what I have, and the next step, I'm going to turn it around like this, okay, and then I'm going to open this side this way and I'm going to overlap it this way. Can't you see? Like this, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch it straight. I'm going to show you next. So now guys, this is what I have. It's very beautiful. This is my stitching, look at it guys, and the wrong side, very beautiful guys. So what I'm going to do from this stitching, I'm going to stitch all the way down this way, this. I'm going to turn it on the wrong side this way, okay, and then I'm going to come in with my strap, and then I'm going to go ahead to attach it to the armhole this way, and I'm going to stitch it down from the armhole in this crease is 1/2 inch, and I'm going to stitch it all the way up to this neck point. I'm going to turn it over like this on the right side and stitch it down. And after I done that, I'm going to show the next step. So now guys, this is what it will looking like. So I go ahead to stitch this down and stitch this all the way down this section here. I go ahead to stitch the armhole and I come into the midpoint here, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do is lap it this way, guys. I'm gonna go ahead to lap it this way to give it that crisscross at the front panel, like this. Okay, and then this section here that I haven't stitched, I'm going to stitch it, tack it down this way, and stitch it straight across on the opposite side this way. And then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what next. And this is what it will be looking like after I've done with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my strap for this is my front panel. Remember that neckline that I take, I have 8.5 inches plus 4 inches neckline plus 2 inches extra, that's 14 inches. So I'm gonna have 14.5 inches, and I'm gonna cut it out. So I'm gonna measure it out, and so now guys, this is where I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna measure from the tip here and come all the way out here. So I will be having 14.5 inches on my strap. So often I will have my 14 inches this way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. I don't want this excess. So this is what I have. As you can see, this is my back panel, and from this center point here, as you can see, what I'm gonna do is going from my nipple to nipple, which is 4 inches. I'm gonna just work with 5 or 4.5 inches. I'm gonna work with 4.5 inches this way. Okay, and on the opposite side, I'm going to mark that same point, that 4.5 inches this way. And from this point, I'm gonna notch it to attach my strap. This is where I want my strap to attach. I'm gonna go ahead to notch this. Front panel, this is my front panel here, and I'm going to place this right side facing each other. This step, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to place my strap like this, ensure that it lined up. Okay guys, like so. I'm going to do the opposite the same. Ensure that guys, it's lined up perfectly. Do not let it twist. Okay, so just not put it to that. So go ahead and stitch it down this way, and I'm going to go ahead with my lining. This is my lining guys, so I'm just going to go ahead like this, right side facing right side this way. After I stitch it, I'm going to go ahead and stitch this down on it, straight across this way, attach it. So when I've done that, I'm going to put it over, and then I'm going to stitch it this way, and then I'm going to show you what next. And then after I've done all of that, I'm going to go ahead and stitch down the sides together this way on both sides. I'm going to stitch down the sides, and then I'm going to go to do the opposite side this way and join the sides panel together this way and stitch it down, and then I'm going to show you what next. So okay guys, this is my final product. This is my final finish of this beautiful top circle Halterneck top, and this is what it will look like. So if you're loving it, please give me a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell so you